Hey guys, what's up? So I'm going to tell you about my paranormal experience story. And sorry the way that my hair looks. I don't understand my hair right now. It's like every day I take a shower. Every day before I go to bed I take a shower. And that's because I exercise every day. And I don't know why, but every time I wake up, and I took a shower the day before, my hair turns out so greasy. And I have no clue of why my hair is so greasy every time I wake up in the morning. I'm like, I just took a shower yesterday, so I don't understand this. So I think from now on, every time I take a shower, I'm going to put my hair up in a bun because that seems like it would always work. Then me just let my hair down all at night because it turns out so greasy and I have no reason why. And another thing before I talk to you about my paranormal activity story, I just did a pregnancy prank on Sam, so go check that out. And I'm so sorry, please excuse that he's in his boxers. I was not expecting him to come out with shirtless and just boxers on, so I was hoping he would come out with some actual basketball shorts on, but that didn't happen. But at least I was hanging out and showing. So, back to the paranormal activity story when I was little. So, school was just let out for the summer, and I was going into 3rd grade, and we moved at this point in time. And when we first moved in, it was kind of okay for me to actually sleep in the dark without any noise or anything. And when I woke up in the morning, I heard talking. And it sounded like it came from in my room, but I was just trying to make it out as in it was coming across my room, as into my parents' room. And when I, set up to listen to it, it just stopped. And then I sat back down, laid back down in my bed, and it would start talking again, set back up, it would stop. And I guess in my mind, in a kid's mind, I thought I heard, "Let's kill her" or something. And so I immediately jumped out of the bed or tried to reach, in the bed to turn on the TV so that way I can just block out the noise and have the TV talking until my parents came up out of their room. Because it took them quite a few times to get out of bed because I knew my dad was a truck driver and my mom was just really exhausted. And I think just from taking care of me and taking care of my dad and cleaning up the house and having a job and trying to go to school, it was really, really hard on her. So anyways, so I kind of got really, really creeped out. I was like, oh my God. And we only lived there for I'm going to say a few days, or this is when I just started school in 3rd grade. I think it might have been when I started school in 3rd grade, and that's when everything just kind of happened. So I talked to my mom, and I asked her if it was okay, because I know I'm supposed to be quiet and not wake up Dad while he's sleeping, because he literally comes in the middle of the night, but, coming home from work and being on the truck driver, So I had to be very quiet. So she's like, yeah, just be quiet, come in, watch something on the TV in the living room, but do not disturb your dad. And I was just like, okay, because I just felt very uncomfortable and at ease ever since then in my room. And every time it was bedtime, I know my mom would set up a certain minutes on my screen. When you were able to, with the TV that I had in the remote, to set up a time when the TV would shut off. I don't know if you can do that still, I don't know. But every time the TV would shut off, I turn it back on. And it's just because I had to have noise and feel comfortable with it, so that way I could fall asleep and feel terrified in that room, because I just wanted to block all sounds out, and the only way to do that was to listen to the TV, and that just kind of comforted me, knowing that, okay, the noise is coming from the TV and not anywhere else. It was awkward sometimes because when I did fall asleep, I would wake up and my TV would be off. And I just thought it could have been like a TV glitch, because I always try to come up with an excuse all the time, because that's what my parents, would always do and stuff. So I always came up with an excuse saying, okay, it's just like a TV glitch or something's going on with the TV and it's pretty much normal. And so when I woke up, I heard a noise, and I'm thinking, okay, I think it's just my dad, because my dad sometimes has to go to work in the middle of the night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and be out the door or something, or him just trying to get ready between that time. And so I just thought, okay, my dad's getting up. I think it's just kind of weird, because it was like, I don't know, but it was just I wanted it to be my dad, but I kind of knew it wasn't my dad because the way the noises were. It sounded like someone was taking a shower at first, and I thought, okay, that's definitely my dad taking a shower, because he always sometimes take a shower before he goes to work. But it was like a very quick shower. Like the knob just turned off, and then I heard like a knob jiggling, like it was trying to get out or trying to open up a door, and it was hard to open it, and it sounded like someone was literally getting frustrated at the door, and it just kept jiggling so bad. And I'm thinking, well, I know it. I'm hoping it's not coming from my room, because I don't think I've locked the door at this time. But I just thought it was weird. And then it came from the doorknob jiggling to someone opening up drawers and slamming them. And that's what it sounded like. And I'm thinking, what is my dad doing? Like, this is odd. And then that started, and I'm thinking, well, if someone's showering, then why is... Because the way the house is set, it's 1.5 bathrooms, and the half bathroom is in my parents' room, there is no tub or shower. It's just basically a toilet and a sink. And then the full bathroom is in the hallway. And I'm thinking, if he's taking a shower, then why is he not, why is the light not shining underneath the door to my room? Because normally I would know someone's in the hallway bathrooms, because normally that light will shine into my room. And but I didn't see that. I didn't hear him walking. It just was basically all noise. So I remember I opened up my door. I was really brave at this freaking point. So I got out of my bed, and I did look underneath the door, but I didn't see no light. And I think at this time, like, I could hear showering noises. So I was just trying to figure out what was going on. So I opened up my door. There's no one in the freaking bathroom. All the noises stopped. There was no one in that bathroom. It was all dark in that bathroom. It was all dark in the hallway. It was all dark in my mom and dad's room. So then I'm thinking, okay, did my dad already leave? So I think, if I'm correct, it's either I went in the kitchen, turned on the light to look in outside and noticed that my dad's car was there, or it was I went straight into my room, looked in the window that I had, because the window was facing the road and I could kind of see our driveway, and I think I see my dad's car that way. So I knew it wasn't my dad. I knew it wasn't my mom, because my mom normally goes to work when I have to go to school, so I knew it wasn't her. And I think at this time It was a Saturday. So, because I don't remember getting up and going to school the next day, so I'm pretty sure it's a Saturday or something, but something tells me it was a Saturday. And so I was creeped out. I think I knocked on my mom's door, and I just told her I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. I think someone's in the house. I heard noises. I heard all this. And she's like, Mary, there's no one here. And she was just trying to go around the house and show me, see, there's no one here, there's no one here, there's no one here, there's no monster, you know. Because I'm just like a little kid at this point. And so, and then she put me to bed, and I heard someone in the bathroom. I thought, oh gosh, here goes the sound again. And I could see light coming underneath the bathroom door. Now, I'm not thinking it's my mom, you know. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to catch who's ever in this freaking bathroom. So I punched the door open, and I was like, wow, you know, trying to be brave and stuff, like karate style. And my mom's like, what are you doing? Like, she's on the toilet, like literally, and just being like, what are you doing, Mary? You need to be in bed. You need to be asleep. What the heck do you think you're doing? And I'm thinking, I'm sorry, just with all the noises, I thought you were someone in the bathroom. I'm just scared. I'm sorry, I just thought you were someone else, and I was just trying to see who it was, and I did not mean to scare you. And so she's done with using the bathroom, and she tries to walk me through it again. This is the creepy part. So, we're in the living room, and she normally tries to walk. We had like a rocking chair, so she was trying to rock me to sleep. I was about like between 6 to 10 years old, so I'm just like a little kid. So she's just trying to rock me to sleep. As she's rocking me to sleep, we hear this loud bang, like some books had fallen in my room or something. It was like something just fell, and it was like loud. And at this point, she jumped up, and I was like, I told you, Mom, I told you someone's in this room. And so she goes in my bedroom. There's nothing that's been touched. I don't know why, but she like pushed down on my bed for some reason and made the squeaking noise of the bed. But she was freaked out to where she told me just to come with her. She woke up my dad. She was scared, and she was just like, Jerry, can you just go check around the house or something? I just heard this noise. I don't know what's going on. You know, so right now, at this point, my mom's like is believing me because she couldn't find nothing to understand that noise, and she heard it. So Dad's trying to look out the window, and just like, well, you know what? It could have been just a branch hitting the window and stuff. Trying to calm my mom down and stuff, and my mom's just trying to think, how can a branch make that noise? And then Jerry and my dad, yes, my dad's name is Jerry. Sorry, I'm just getting used to call him Dad, and then hearing his other name, hear my mom calling him Jerry. So yeah, so she was just like, Jerry. She was just like, I don't think a branch can make that noise and stuff. And he's just trying to calm her down, and he was just like, listen, we'll check it out in the morning. And he's like, meanwhile, let's just go to bed. So he went to bed. My mom's trying to calm me down. She was just like, you'll be okay. And she tucks me into my room. I'm scared at this point. I don't really want to sleep in my room, but my mom was just trying to tell me everything's okay. Just go to bed. And tucks me into bed, and then she goes to bed. And so the next morning, of course, I did have school. So she was just like, you need to go to bed because you have school in the morning, so let's just all go to bed. I gotta go work, all this. So we wake up, I go to school, come back to school, and, I think I had an appointment, so my mom take me from school. She's like, I figured out what that noise was, and I was like, what was it? And at the point of time, we had this soap hanger or soap holder, and where you could put your shampoos and stuff. Well, that fallen. And I was just like, okay, great, that explains that noise, but what explained this noise? What explained the doorknob jiggling, the shower, turning on, and the doors opening, shutting? Because I told her about that. She goes, Mary, it was just all in your imagination. So right now, I know that my mom does not believe me at this point, because she figured out a certain noise that she heard and was scared of. And so I just did not want to argue with my mom, so I was just like, yeah, okay. And I was just like, okay, just trying to calm down, because I did not like my room at this point. And so it proceeded on to where I have this door, and sometimes my door was loose to where it kind of I guess like broke or something. It kind of looks like shutters, like closet shutters. I don't know if you know what I mean. There's long, and it's got like shutters and door. Yeah. Well, anyways, so like shutters like you would have in the pantry, because you have to open it up like that kind of shutters. Well, anyways, so I'll try to like link a picture below what I mean. But anyways, one of those was loose. As I was sitting in bed, I felt like that shutter was going to fall on me. Lo and behold, out the corner of my eye, I could see this shutter, and here's like my bed, here's the door. I can see it just leaning, and it falls on top of me. Now, it wasn't too heavy. It was at my like feet, or that it did not crush me or anything like that. My bed kind of like stopped it in a way. I was scared. I jumped up, turned on the light, and I was just like stunned that this thing had fallen, moved. And I could not explain it, but only like wind, but there was no wind coming from my room. So I just put the shutter back into place, because at this point I was just like scared to stare at my closet, because my shutters weren't working. I'm pretty sure it was explanatory, but I was scared out of my mind because of what everything was happening in that house. So then I had a friend come over. I don't know if I should say her name, because I don't know if she'll feel okay with it. So we're going to give her name Angel. So I had a friend named Angel come over, and she told me this. When I was asleep last night, when we were asleep last night, because I was sleepover, she told me she heard someone call her name, saying, Angel, Angel. So she wakes up, and she thinks it's me. I'm like asleep. I'm dead asleep. She goes, was you saying my name last night? And I said, no, I wasn't. I was dead asleep, She goes, well, I heard someone say my name, and when I looked up, there was no one there. And she's like, and I just thought it was you. And I was like, no. She's like, I think your place is haunted. And I'm just like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because I didn't want to tell her that, yeah, I think my place is haunted too. So I just kind of was shrugging it off and was just like, yeah, okay. And I was like, wow, And when I did talk to her, she said she was just trying to make something up to scare me. And I guess she seen that didn't work. But I think that she wasn't playing, and she probably did hear something call her name. I don't know. I've never experienced something calling my name, but that's what she said. And I know that there is another girl. I'm pretty sure it's okay to say her name. Shania. She would stay over my place, and I normally, it's like if someone's there, I can comfortably pass out, and I would. And she say sometimes that she just can't sleep. It's hard for her to sleep there. I don't know if that could be a case. She just couldn't sleep. I would have to ask her if she ever heard noises. I don't know. I would have to ask her. And if she ever did, I'll let you know or let her tell you, because supposedly she's supposed to come down here in a few months. So I think that's basically what happened. I know that sometimes I would get dreams, like nightmares, when I stayed in that room. I would have nightmares. I think one time, if I'm correct, I had sleep paralysis. It wasn't like one of those where you have your eyes open. I don't know if it was sleep paralysis, but something tells me it was. But I would have a dream of me running away from zombies or something. And at this point, I can hear myself sleeping. And I think while I'm having this dream, I'm trying to wake myself up, because I know I'm seeing a dream, but I know I'm sleeping. And I can tell because I can feel the comforter, I can feel the pillow, I can feel the blanket, I can feel my bed. I can hear me sleep. And it's like I couldn't move. I wanted to speak, but I couldn't speak to yell for my mom. I was like, and I could not see, and I could not move. I was trying to make my body move, but I couldn't. I was trying to make me speak, but I couldn't. But I could tell that I was sleeping, and somehow I was able to wake up from it. It was scary. Sometimes that would happen to me like a few times. And I knew I would have that sometimes happen to me. So I don't know if that is sleep paralysis. I don't know. But I just know that I was asleep. My eyes wasn't open, but I could tell I was definitely asleep. I was trying to wake myself up. I was trying to yell for help. I was trying to move, but I couldn't. So that was kind of scary. I think that's the only thing that's really happened to me in that house. I think as I got older, it didn't really bother me as much. I didn't have what happened to me when I was little. I remember when I was little, it looked like the door would open and shut, but I didn't hear the shutting sound. It just looked like someone was opening, kind of like doing this to the door. Like, here's the door, and it would just, like, with the handle and just do that. I don't know. But, when I got older, because I was there since high school, a little bit, like, I was there from elementary school all the way to junior high, like high school, but I was a junior, so that's the time lapse. And as I got older, it just felt like someone would just be in my room. Like I had eyes on me all the time when I was alone. And I just dealt with it. Like, I dealt with it ever since I was a kid, and so I just dealt with it. I was kind of creeped out. Sometimes when I was alone, I would just stay in the living room all the time. I wouldn't dare go in my room alone. And it just felt like someone would stand in the hallway or stand in the bathroom. That's how it felt, even though I did watch the episodes of The Haunting or A Haunting a lot. I get a little bit creeped out. Like, I could watch it for a few minutes or just a few episodes, and after that I would have to turn it, because then I get creeped out a little bit. But that's all that's really has happened to me in that house. But if you want to hear more, please let me know. If I can think of more, like, I haven't had a lot of paranormal stuff happen to me. As I got older, it kind of just went away. So, because I have not experienced anything. And so, yep, that's all I got for you. But if you want to hear more stories, please let me know. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.